Welcome again to the European Challenger Series of 2015. This is game 3 of week 1, day 1. LowLandLions versus Mousesports. My name is Jeeves and I'm here with Archarom.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this game between LowLandLions and Mousesports. Just as Jeeves told us, and the bans are coming up. We have Zed LeBlanc, Jax as well. Well, Jax has been banned non-stop, and I would like to see if Italia is going to be banned versus Morso.
Yeah, Morsu, of course, being that good carry top laner where he plays things like Jax and Aurelia. So 2 target bans to Morsu already, as well as Zed LeBlanc being targeted to Sos Purefect. Purefect has been doing quite a great job in that mid lane so far, but just Mousesports still don't have a win up to this point, and they're really struggling to close these games out, and they yet have to win at least one game.
Yeah, at least one. So this is the game they want to take in, as Kalista is the last ban for LowLandLions, and let's see if they are going to pick out Lissandra, if they are going to pick anything else. Oh, nice.
So Lissandra is going to be the last ban from Mousesports. That's a nice flex pick. They can go both to mid and top lane. Has a high win rate as well. So far, teams seem to be doing really well with that Lissandra pick. Ahri immediately locked in first with so many mid lane bans. It's like, okay, we just take away the Ahri so CosQ can shine on that champion, because CosQ known to be a really good Ahri as well for Sos Purefect. He does very well too. So just a takeaway from Sos Purefect and a secure for CosQ.
Well, Zaxxas is going to pick that Morgana, so it can either go top or it can either go bot lane as a support.
Or mid lane maybe even.
Oh, maybe. That would be interesting to see Sos Perfect play as Morgana mid lane. Robin switching between Rek'Sai, Jarvan to Rek'Sai, and we talked to someone and he told us, well, Rek'Sai is Jarvan 2.0.
Pretty much, yeah, Robin. He really excels on champions like Jarvan and Rek'Sai, so it's smart to take that one away as well for Kirai. However, Kirai is a really good Rengar player. It seems to be their key pick so far, but Nidalee is a pretty good jungle as well, left open too. So Kirai will be taking that one instead of the Rengar. Normally we see the Rengar target banned towards him. At least that would be wise to do that normally. But in this case, he's going to play the Nidalee jungle as well, for the Janna being secured for hybrid.
So Cassiopeia may be on the other side for Mousesports, bringing that tremendous amount of magical damage and poison damage as well. And alongside with Morgana, Cassiopeia could be in the middle of the team fight, spamming non-stop those Twin Fangs. So let's see if that is going to be the tactic of choice. While in the bot lane we do have Corki available yet, we do have Graves available yet.
Everything. Got
and
pretty much
Tristana.
everything.
I want to see Tristana.
Yeah, I would love to see Tristana. EU has not really been picking the Tristana as often. The only thing that is banned is Kalista. So Cedrion, neither Cedrion or Facility will be able to get that one. Oh, will it actually be the Jinx? So they blind pick the Jinx and they get the Lulu as well. So it might be Lulu top, mid, support. Still 2 flex picks with the Morgana and the Lulu. So we kind of have to wait. It can still be picked as support as well. So really wonder what Jinx will be pairing up with. Thresh is still open as well, and normally Thresh is quite a good pick for Jinx, since she is immobile, and just securing your AD carry to have a form of escape is just really good as well, for Thresh being that nice versatile support that can get those nice hooks in, deal quite some damage, or at least will be able to give Jinx a lot of room to deal a lot of damage and just have amazing peels for that as well. Now Graves might be the choice for Facility. Facility is a good Graves player as well, can still bully out someone like a Jinx, and together with the Janna they have that nice shield that can give extra attack damage towards the Graves, which makes his auto attack and his buckshot do more damage.
Why don't you pick Fiora, Marsu? He's a really strong player as a Fiora. I know everybody hates Fiora, but I want to see Marsu playing Fiora, and this could be interesting, getting Azir, the Pigeon Emperor, in the mid lane. Let's see if Shorima will come into this fight. He has been falling a lot lately. Nobody plays Azir any longer, but he's still really strong. At least to disengage and poke, you can do it.
And work out well for them. However, Yeah, Azir has been fallen out of favor now that his damage has been lowered just a little tiny bit. Ryze, I don't expect that one. Yes, Ryze might become a bit more popular now with these changes in 5.4 where top lanes have been tweaked quite a lot. But I would not be surprised if they go for the Rumble here. Even though they don't have too much lockup, they will have great CC on top of the bindings and the knockups with Rek'Sai and Morgana as well for having those nice chase potentials in the jungle when they get those choke points off. So it is going to be the last pick of Rumble.
Okay, now the teams are set up. We do have Fizz on the top lane versus Rumble, and on the previous game we saw Rumble getting annihilated by that, well, let's say...
Yeah, not surprised.
Yeah, not surprised, but let's see if Morso is able to bring Xaxus out of the game while Kide will fight in the jungle with Nidalee versus Rek'Sai. In the mid lane, Lulu, however, versus Costco. That's not a usual matchup, at the moment at least. It used to be when Ahri was in the light with the Charmin and amplifying damage, and Lulu with the double glitter lance. But coming back into the mid lane.
Going back into the mid lane?
Yeah, Lulu coming back into the mid lane. That
oh,
was the
Lulu
IQ.
Coming back in. Oh, I see. I was like, coming back into the mid lane. What came back into the mid lane? I was like, huh? But yeah, Lulu's still a very safe pick in this mid lane because you can still shield the damage that Ahri can throw at you. However, the true damage can be quite harsh on you. But I really have to see what is going to bring the pressure. Because, you know, Lulu is like a good laner, but is not really that carry mid lane that we'd like to see these days. Something like Ahri, something like Lissandra, and something like a Zed. And Lulu is just very heavy utility based champion that will have better peels for your team rather than being the main damage dealer on your team. So I think they are kind of playing this type of just peel for your AD carry and let the carry do all the damage. The AD carry in this case. And yeah, Jinx is good at that, but I'm not quite sure if that will be enough because you do have a Fizz and you do have an Ahri that can easily dive on your back line and just go around your front line. So I really wonder how Mousesports will be able to play against that.
And we gotta be honest, they have a lot of security with Lulu and Morgana for Jinx, so she will be able just spam those rockets. And I do listen to the beautiful sound of the Summoner's Rift, and now we jump into the game, guys. LowLandLions versus Mousesports. Mousesports are struggling to get the first win of the Challenger Series, and let's see if they are able to do it in this game as everybody is running away from the base with that home guard passive.
Yeah, it's a nice new introduction into the Summoner's Rift, of course, where you have these gates on your base before you can actually run into the river, or at least the map, so at least everyone will have the same chances to be as early as possible. Now we see Triple L going towards this top side where Morsu will just be defending around this bottom side. They drop that ward down, so they will be spotting members of Mousesports if they are going for the invade on the red buff. So far, Triple L looking quite aggressive in this position. Will they be going for the 5-man invade in this top side?
And Rek'Sai could be in danger, or even Rumble. Rumble is still in the river, he's going to put up a ward, so the only place they could go in is through the Raptors, and they don't have any kind of lockdown capability on LowLandLions, so they won't get a kill unless someone is crazy enough to just dive into the middle of 5 members.
Yeah, well, they at least have a charm if they decide to go for it first, but that will mean that Cosq doesn't have as much wave clear he would have liked to have against something like a Lulu, because Lulu has like little lands can just continuously shove in these waves, and Cosq really needs that Orb of Deception, his Q, in order to be able to answer that push. There's still 4 man from LowLandLions in this Pixel Brush. I think they will be going for the late invade. There they go. 1 minute and 50 seconds. They are going in.
Robin does spot him with the ward, and everybody in Mousesports just clear, move out, abort mission, and LowLandLions will secure the red buff. And we might see Ibrid Invisibility staying on the top lane, so lane swap for LowLandLions. It was expected since there were 4 members on that little bush, and Jinx will try to freeze the lane while Morgana will assist Rek'Sai on the red buff still.
Yeah, and also a good move from Mousesports to actually ward over the wall at red buff, because they were suspecting something. It's like, there's a smell in the air. It's like, something is going wrong here. It smells like a kitten and a different type of human kitten.
Yeah, it smells like fish on the other side.
That too, yeah. Actually, I actually completely forgot about the fish smell.
Yeah, fishy situation, and they are able to come out of that one. Oh my goodness. Freak, stop doing this to me. Meanwhile, on the
you infected us. You infected us. Why you do
javelins.
these? Why you do these javelins? Now punts. Why you do these? Anyway, it is going to be a lane swap from Triple L actually in this top lane. And they are going for the 4-man push as well. They just want this turret as quickly as possible. Kirai and Morsu joining the lane, shoving the wave, and look at this setup on the minion wave by Facility and Hybrid. They've been freezing the lane, ramping up that minion wave, and now this will allow them to get this turret in this 3 to 4 minutes.
Probably the earliest turret we are going to see today in these games of the Challenger Series. And there we go, LowLandLions are able to lock down the top turret, while on the bot lane, Jinx, however, trying to assist that Morgana, well, the other way around. But still, we have a Jinx pushing a turret, and that's madness, even though the minigun is not attacking as fast as I was hoping for.
Yeah, because it is still level 1, that cannon, or at least that minigun, so the attack speed you get from it is not that high that will be already wrecking these turrets. Look at LowLandLions is still pushing. They're going for this inner turret as well. They still have a huge wave of caster minions, and caster minions deal a lot of damage to turrets, so this is a great move from LowLandLions, where Mousesports is not able to answer this. The first turret is still standing in the bottom lane just because they didn't have that huge minion wave. And look at that charm.
He's going to bring Lulu close to Costco, but Costco doesn't have any more mana to spare, so he's not able to bring any more spells. Cedrion is still lonely on the bot lane, trying to get the turret, the first turret, and I love how LowLandLions just had that tunnel vision. Let's push. They got the second turret of the game really early, and they might be able to stop the push on the bot lane. Robin, however, getting that Raptor stolen, and now the engage by Kirei. He's forced to use the tunnel. The red buff is dealing some damage, and the camera doesn't want to spectate it anymore.
Yeah, the camera's a little bit drunk, I believe. He doesn't know where to look anymore. It's like, oh look, this is happening here too. Yeah, but that is the main point. Anyway, it's Perfect is getting ganked.
This is connected. Perfect is able to survive. Costco burning the flash there.
Yeah, and it might have been a little bit of a weird move. I guess he tried to be in range after the charm, but then the charm didn't land after all. So that was a weird play if you ask me. Anyway, it is going to be a 4-man dragon by LowLandLions, and it is Morsu is still, it's already level 3, so he is, well, not really already, but at least he can keep up a bit onto the experience. Zazes is level 4, but it's still 2 turrets that LowLandLions has, so they are winning when it comes to global gold.
They're taking everything. They don't want to give anything, man. Sharing is giving. Please, LowLandLions, they're taking every single point of the map.
Wow, well, at least LowLandLions has good vision control right now in this bottom side. There are 2 deep wards in the enemy jungle, so that will be spotting out Robin where he will be going, to what side of the map, either the mid lane or the bottom lane. But he decides to go to the top side jungle, so he will not be getting spotted out by ward. Oh no, actually he might have been spotted out by that ward just next to the mid turret, and you saw he might have been seen walking up towards the upside jungle, so who knows. But he does smell that blue buff, and he wants to go for it.
Left side is close to the blue buff, but securing the crab, now getting the vision and the movement speed if he needs to bail from that. And there we go, he's going to bail out of that. On the bot lane, I was trying to see, well, Jinx is close to level 6, yeah, true that, but she's still sitting on a Darden's Blade. She has the gold to buy a BF, she has not returned into the base. She may go now.
Has some good poke onto Facility as well. Look, Binding still hit, even though Facility tried to dash away from it. A little bit too late on that one. But yeah, this Facility having the pickaxe, being able to out-poke Cedrion as well, for being able to out-push them. They are forced to stay in this lane. They cannot be asked to actually go back and lose another turret.
Ooh, on the jungle, we have trouble as Perfect is going to get the Javelin. The Kitty Cat is going in, but the Wild Growth will disengage. Surge Perfect will be the first blood on towards Costco, but still we get the Retribution kill on Surge Perfect.
Yeah, so they take 1 for 1, and Roman is so low. Also pops the trap. He is seen, but with the tunnels, he will be able to go far away and actually go back to his base. So he will be safe. First blood, so additional 100 golds going towards cost Q. So I would say Triple L wins on that one.
Yeah, I was trying to say Retribution kill on Nidalee, but okay. I have some problems. Still, on the bot lane now, Jinx buying the BF. She will return into the lane, so the power spike on the bot lane or on Mousesports. And Hybrid is still at level 4, there we go, level 6 on Jinx. They may try to get something out of this, but Vitality realizing, I don't want to fight the Jinx with a BF, nah.
I'm not willing to take the risk. Unfortunately, we cannot see the gold count. I'm curious how close Facility is towards the BF. Yes, his farm might be quite low, but they took 2 turrets earlier. So his gold account should be quite high up. Maybe he's close to the BF sword right now. Facility just waiting in the bag. Now Hybrid though.
Hybrid receiving 50% HP discount since they took it with the rockets, the flame chompers, everything connecting, not the dark binding though. If the dark binding had connected, that could be a kill.
Could have been, however, heals up, exhaust is up, flashes are up, so it might have been hard to actually secure that kill. Now Kirai joining this lane, there's no ward in this brush and 1 spear. Oh no, oh wait, oh. No, I didn't say that. 1 javelin will seal the deal.
Yeah. So, he's purring in the bush. You can hear the kitty cat. They are still trying to push the lane. Trying to get something out of that. As Nidalee approaches the second bush. And she doesn't get.
Yeah, he doesn't really want to sneak up on them anymore since Cosq is there as well. They are waiting to get the dive.
Oh, but here
onto Hybrid.
On the Super Mega Death Rocket will connect in Cedrion. Will take the first kill for him, at least.
Yeah, first kill for him. It's 1 to 2 and kills in favor of Mousesports. But yeah, it's not really what Triple L had in mind, I think. It was like, yeah, okay, we have this 4v3, maybe. Well, actually, they thought they had the 4v2, but in a bad scenario, there would be the 4v3. But just that binding by Hybrid. Not by Hybrid, on Hybrid. No, that was like the last thing you would have wanted to happen.
Yeah. So Triple Lions are trying. LowLandLions are trying.
Triple Lions.
Well, it's a Triple L, so they are Triple Lions. Yeah. They're trying to secure the mid lane. The turret is, well, 40% HP. We can't see it clearly because we can't touch the turrets. This is a VOD, guys. So they're trying to do it, and LowLandLions will continue the siege.
Yeah, they're not quite done with it. The wave clear is good as well for the siege they have with the potes on the opposition of deception. Jeeves just talk properly as well with the javelins, and they are able to take this turret. Jenna, of course, pretty good at turret taking as well, just because you can get that AD boost on someone to get additional damage on these turrets. So I think the 3rd turret of this game, and bot outer in this bot lane is also close to falling down. There you see the HP bar. Finally, I knew that was one was getting quite low, but oh man, sometimes it's annoying that you just can't hover over things.
Yeah, watching the video, especially on a team fight, when you try to focus on someone like the AD carries and watching the support putting up a ward in the middle of the team fight, but still. Looking at Cedrion, he's almost at 100 minions, so he's doing a heck of a job on the bot lane. It's true that Mousesports are behind in almost every single thing, but getting that advantage in CS is at least good. They will get that hyper carry in the late game. Dragon has been started by Mousesports. They will try to secure the first buff for them. That 6% AD and AP would be terrifying. There we go, the Howling Gale not securing the Dragon.
I'm always waiting for that moment that we can see that Howling Gale steal again. I think I've seen one video of it of a random player, but I also believe I think it was Mithy that stole a Baron with the level 1 Howling Gale as well when he was on Lemon Dogs.
Yeah.
A long time ago though. Don't count me in on that one, but I believe it was Mithy. But it is always amazing to see that still on a hybrid.
God, I don't know if he can get away from this one in Rabbids. Robin getting that kill. So step by step, Mousesports are securing some kills.
Yeah, they are. Now, it's actually weird that LowLandLions didn't have the vision coverage on Dragon. They had the timer, but now Kira is ganking.
And gets a kill. Simple.
That was... I thought that was going to be a bit longer of a fight, but apparently not. Apparently not.
Yeah, the fish connected and the damage was there. As simple as that. But Mousesports now trying to answer with the bot lane push, but Janna, Eye of the Storm, will deny it alongside with that shield, that beautiful shield that the second turret gives you. Marsu on the top lane securing almost the Trinity Force, and Costco, well, just passing by.
Yeah, he just wants to keep that pressure in the mid lane, deny as much farm as possible on Sauce Pure Fact as well for the roaming. There are even a farm, but Costco is up 1 kill, so he has that additional 400 gold it is, I believe, on First Blood. Yeah, shutdown is 500, First Blood is 400. He has that nice 400 gold lead approximately. And I'm actually wondering when Costco is going to be start roaming constantly. This mid lane has been open for quite a bit now. Was the last turret they took, the mid outer. And this is the moment for Costco to shine, and look at this camp here. Kira, oh,
you asked for it, he was trying to give you, but well, Rek'Sai is going to spot them.
Yeah, the tremor senses are pretty good in spotting out enemies trying to go for the fanatic camp. Whether we just be camping in one brush and there's like, yeah, just walk by, we're waiting for you. Ah, gotcha.
But there's no predator on this time. We can't see it, sadly. But still, on the top lane, Krog has been stolen by Marsu. He's dealing, well, he's leaving the small one.
He's dealing the small one? Wow.
Yeah,
that's impressive.
Who wants a Krog?
How much is a Krog to actually sell it to someone?
On the black market, selling golems on the black market.
Would they drop ruby crystals and sapphire crystals? Since it is a rock, you know, like they have the gems in it?
Oh, the potential.
The potential. So it's like randomized value when you sell it to the shopkeeper.
So the blue buff would give you sapphire crystal, and the red one would give you ruby crystals. It makes sense?
Yeah, but the bramble bag is not a stone, is it? So how can it like drop a gem? Anyway, let's not go too far off topic. And actually 2 deaths onto hybrid so far with mispositioning only. And I would like to see hybrid just to be, oh, Robin finds himself a kitty in the brush. Just like, no, this is my jungle, go away, what are you doing here?
I love that. He just knocked the kitty up and he was like, snuggle, snuggle, snuggle. And 50% HP removed.
Oh, I wish I had like a soundboard now where I could like do like a cat sound, you know?
Okay, they're trying to secure something on the mid lane. Mousesports trying to secure the kill, but no, the kitty cat! He's saying, well, this is my jungle. We talked about this one.
Like trying to nick each other's jungle, but no one really allows each other when it comes to junglers to get something out of the enemy jungle. Yeah, look at Morse now. He has his teleport up as well for his flash. He's just pushing this lane right now. And I'm actually wondering if he has enough damage to pressure this inhibitor turret. But it would be risky because there are no wards from LowLandLions in this topside jungle. And that's the only thing I'm lacking so far from LowLandLions. The vision they can get in the enemy jungle. They've got all outer turrets as well for an inner turret in this top lane. This gives you so much room to just spam the enemy jungle with wards without getting punished for it.
Marsu was trying to get someone into the bait, but the tremors, as you told us, are beautiful. That's a way of, that's a free ward in my
also
opinion.
Silly. Also silly.
Yeah. Ooh, another javelin on perfect, and he's going down. You need to be careful. Kire almost completed the Rod of Ages, so.
Yeah, setting on that that blasting one right now. Just a little bit of extra AP on that. And once he hits that Rod of Ages, I'd have to say this maximum time you should get your Rod of Ages, you should get it somewhere between 15 and 17 minutes for it to be really efficient in statistics for the cast, what it gives. He should be close to finishing it right now. I mean, he's sitting on 2 components, so I guess after a little bit of farming, he should be going back and to get that Rod of Ages. That will allow him to be a lot tankier as well for having quite some more AP. And now Morse and Kirai looking to push his bot turret. Hybrid is there for the moral support. Oh!
That's 2 javelins, by the way. Cedrion was leaving the base and received a javelin in the face. And when he gets into the turret, he received another one. And this is perfect because in 5 seconds the dragon will respawn. And there's no way Mousesports will be able to contest that one. Because, well, Jinx was really low.
Yeah, so he was forced to recall back to base so they cannot fight off his dragon. So this will mean the second dragon for LowLandLions. And yeah, if there's one target you don't want to get a javelin right to the face, then it is probably your AD carry. Or at least when Sospefik is not there. Great spell shield. To actually block that charm.
But the triple man knockup! And there we go, the disengagement of Super Mega Death Rocket dealing tons of damage! This is going to be a double kill for Mousesports. Visibility is in trouble. On the other side, Marcel will drop the fish, try to run away, but the Dark Binding doesn't connect. The Flame Chopper's giving vision, and Robin is on a mission. He's trying to get the fish, and they are trying to get the cat in the mid lane. He's going to receive the flash, just juking the Zap away. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, the Queen was still trying to get Fizz, and he's able to survive, but beautiful fight for Mousesports.
Yeah, Fish is very slippery, so he's really hard to change and actually get a hold of. Now they take this mid outer turret for them, that is big for them. Closing in on this global gold, they are actually ahead now thanks to those 4 kills they just gained right here. And yeah, that setup from Robin was just great. He tunneled over from the Raptors towards the mid lane, flashed, and got the 3-man knockup that allowed to get Cedrion 3 rocket auto attacks. And just do that massive amount of AoE damage because he was sitting on his Infinity Edge and his Zeal, so it was a decent crit chance as well for quite some damage, and they were just able to clean up that whole fight.
Yeah, it was beautiful. There's no other word for it. It was beautiful.
Beautiful.
And now, this is what Mousesports wants to bring with this kind of setup. They need to find more fights of this. LowLandLions, though, they need to separate themselves.
Yeah, because you don't really want to stack up against the Jinx. Not only does she have auto attacks that have an AoE, but she also has a rocket that does like tons of damage in an AoE once it hits the target.
Glitter Lance. I was looking, this damage was only and solely by the Glitter Lance. So Lulu is getting dangerous as well. She's near that power spike, which is level 14 with those double skills leveled up. And the blue buff might be the next team fight. We do have every single ultimate by Mousesports available. Well, Rek'Sai doesn't have it, but it doesn't matter. Teleport is available, but it's not used, as Kirei is going to at least secure the blue buff once again.
Waiting for someone, they're not quite done in the jungle yet, and this is what I wanted to see from LowLandLions. Just invade the jungle, get those wards in, and you can easily pick off people. I mean, they don't have turrets, they cannot defend, they cannot safely go into their own jungle, and now they're also trying to siege this bot in a turret. Can they get this though? Robin showing up really aggressive. It's not, no, I will not let you pass.
Yeah, Cedrion is trying to just hold on some time, as Rumble is picking on the top turret. He's able to secure it. The Dark Binding connects. It's not going to be followed up. And Mousesports, well, receiving some javelins. It's not the best present, but it's still a present and you gotta accept it.
Yeah, they should be able to block at least some of the damage from the javelins. You have a Lulu, an AP Lulu as well, so those shields will be quite huge. And just because of Lulu and Jinx, they have quite some wave clear. However, this Cosq in this mid lane, trying to push it down, so they don't have it. But Robin goes in.
Robin goes in, he tries to get something, and Rumble will teleport. The Equalizer will slow them down. Is it enough? Malton is searching, he's fencing for the Dark Binding, but, well, Cosq was on the other side, and he does get the Dark Binding, but can't follow that up. The turret getting lower and lower by the second, while the tier 2 turret goes down to the minions.
I'm actually surprised that LowLandLions just as a 4-man unit can drag so much attention from the full team of Mousesports. Koski is just chilling in this mid lane, trying to push it out. Minions took that inner turret as well, so 5 to 3 turrets right now for LowLandLions, and all they have to do now is get this inner outer. There we go again. In a bot lane turret. I said that before for some reason. I don't know what game that was, but I've got something with inner outer. Inner outer.
Robin is looking for the gank. Facility getting smited. The shield from Morgana will keep Robin, well, immune to every single magical damage so far. And they're trying to get a pick, but LowLandLions are not giving them.
No. But so far can hold on to this turret, but for how long? Going to be nearly getting stronger and stronger as well for Koski, being able to farm up freely where he was in the mid lane. He's 204 farm, he's 40 farm up compared to Sos Pure Fact, sitting on the Rabadons and the Moronomicon. So AP pretty good, cooldown reduction is pretty good as well. So he's getting really scary, and actually see a lot of these first item or second item Rabadon death cap just with the removal of Deathfire Grasp. That Rabadon seems kind of the way to go in order to replace the Deathfire Grasp.
I really want to see the new item, the one that's going to cover their Fire Grasp, which is the magical static shift. I really want to see when that occurs. Meanwhile, Costco going in for Rebel, but we switch action into the other side since Costco gave up on that kill. However, recurved bow and giant spells on the Fizz. So with Sand and something?
Recurve bow might build into a Wit's End since the Fist still does quite some AP damage. Having a Wit's End, just chunking away magic resist after the Chum the Water does damage is a quite nice boost to your DPS overall. But a giant spell, I'm actually wondering what that will build into. It might be something like a Randomins or Warmox.
Beautiful Dark Binding, beautiful as you told us. And Rebel will try to skew the top lane. He doesn't have the teleport available, but this dragon is going down really fast, and Jaxus, with the Realize now, is a danger.
Yeah, also doesn't really want to take this one or at least teleport down. Now he finds himself in this 2v2 or 2v1.
2v2 is going to play full tricks in away, but Glitterlands all over this place is going to give a beautiful makeup as he's going down.
2v2 and there's only a 1v2. It's going well, ladies and gentlemen. It's going well. We are very awake. Oh man.
Okay, Brutalizer on Graves is going for the almost goes blade, and now we have a pause.
Hey,
wake up a little bit.
Well, every game has had a pause so far, so it's going well. It's going well, and yeah, Brutalizer for Facility. So he's going for the more spell damage build on Graves, and as well for the mid game power spike. So Brutalizer gives you AD cooldown reduction and armor penetration. So that means your buckshots will deal more damage as well for your collateral damage. So he is planning to stay more in the back and just let his spells do all the work in a way, while his auto attack still can do quite some damage with the active of the Yomu. So I kind of like this build, but at the same time, maybe I would have liked to see a static shift just to be able to shove or at least answer the deep pushing from Mousesports, where just like you're sitting on that static shift is like, nope, I can push hard as well.
Yeah, the only source of wave clear, to be honest, that doesn't put you in trouble is the Howling Gale and the Orb of Deception. And the Howling Gale will not deal much damage because Janna is not going for the Magi's. So.
No, that's it. However, she does have the Frost Queen's Claim, so at least you will have some form of AP. Her shields will be quite strong. Yeah, but Howling Gale's not that great of a source when it comes to magic damage. But yeah, Magi's, I don't really think Magi's would have been a good pick up, to be quite honest. They only have 2 kills, and they are not too focused on actually getting these picks. They are more looking to try and siege and some form of split push, because Fizz, he is not that great when it comes to team fighting. Yes, he can assassinate someone still, because he's the Bruiser Fizz, but he really excels when it comes to split pushing. I think LowLandLions is looking to do that more than anything else.
There we go, Fizz is on the bot lane trying to push that lane and getting that split push available while everyone is near the Baron. I don't think anyone wants to contest this one, but they don't want to allow the enemy team to get some vision of that objective. Rek'Sai, however, on the top lane trying to get the kitty cat, but the ward is going to spot Robin, so he's forced to go back.
Yeah, also, Zaz now has his Ryan laser. Not 100% sure how long he has that, but that will be key as well because, again, like we saw in last game, the Equalizer is some sort of the only way of lockdown besides the Morgana binding in this case. But the Equalizer needs to have that maximum amount of slow in order for them to have these great setups in these team fights. So we have to be looking for this Equalizer slash binding engages.
Sedrian in danger, and Sedrian goes down. Costco getting exhaust, but he got the price he wanted. The Queen Frostfang is using Robin, is charmed into trouble. He uses a tunnel, but well, he's already underground because they got 2 kills.
Wow, Koski has so much damage with that Rabadon's Moranomicon, and on top of that, the needlessly large rod. I'm actually wondering, I think that we'll be building into Zonya's Hourglass since he already has the Rabadons. I would have maybe, instead of the armor penetration, he goes for the flat amount of damage. But look at this Equalizer is amazing.
Yeah, we're talking about damage, and that it is, but Xaxus is in trouble as the chain will not connect with anyone. The mountain is in trouble, and well, if the Maoman is not going to the mountain is going to Maoman, and mountain is in trouble. The javelin, just by an inch, Marcel will flash and use the Q to secure another kill.
Yeah, unfortunately they couldn't get anything out of that because 2 members died already on the side of Mousesports. They just tried to delay the Baron. But they paid a price for it. Look at facility that Zab does so much damage in the snipe!
Beautiful, beautiful. And that will shut down the engage on the Baron. At least Mousesports are able to hold the Baron buff.
Yeah, so they do delay that in order... Well, LowLandLions, the last thing you want them to have is a Baron. Right now, they are looking to split push with Morsu, playing that Fizz. And the worst thing would be if they could split push with the Baron buff.
Yeah, you don't want to give Fizz that possibility. You don't want to give it. Meanwhile, Rod of Ages is almost stacked up at 9 stacks currently. So Kide will go back with a few gold in his pocket and he's going to buy a needlessly large rod. And on the previous fight, I saw a javelin on So It's Perfect, and he removed 50% of HP, and he had the shield up.
Wow.
So now with the needlessly...
I'm actually wondering with what routes Kiro is playing, because he doesn't have like a super high amount of balance between ability power and penetration. I'm actually wondering if he's playing with magic penetration on his runes, because normally on Nidalee you would play with AD marks and then the rest ability power. So the ability power quints and the ability power glyphs, just because you can get more damage in on the camps when you heal yourself. You get that more attack speed, so the flat amount of attack damage will help you actually clear those camps early on. But I've seen some people also play with magic penetration in the marks just to get more damage down with the javelins later on.
Just trying to hold on the early game and then on a late game using those penetration marks to deal more damage. Kide is just waiting for the target to pop up so he can throw a javelin. Rumble is forced to defend the Fizz. Let's see. Yeah, Rek'Sai is going to the top as well. He has the teleport available. Let's call teleports on that Rek'Sai.
Yeah, but the only tunnel that is in his bottom side is at that inner turret in the bot lane, and I don't know how long that tunnel has been there. But yeah, Dragon is going to be respawning in 15 seconds, and he does need to group up if they at least want to try and delay / stop this Dragon. Because that will give the 3rd stack, I believe, to LowLandLions. This is the only unfortunate moment where you don't have these icons on the spectator overlay. How many dragons they have?
Yeah, that could prove you can't over champions, you can't know where they are. So, ooh, another javelin so close to Xaxus. While the dragon is going to get started by LowLandLions. There we go, Marcel assisting on that as well, and Javelins keeping from Robin receiving some damage. He's going all in on Visibility, and he locks down the Dark Binding connects as well, but Visibility is going to kill him, and now Mousesports are in trouble as Costco is going all in. Everybody's dying, every single HP is blinking, and only Source Perfect is the one surviving as the Javelin connects. Kire looking for the jump, and he gets it! An ace for LowLandLions!
This is huge for LowLandLions. This should be able to give them at least an inhibitor. The shortest respawn timer is 11 seconds, and that is on Mountain. And Mountain is just a support Morgana. He cannot stop 5-man from pushing this. So this means that it will be a bottom inhibitor for LowLandLions, and maybe, just maybe, they can recall in time, get wards around the enemy topside jungle, and see if they can bait out a Baron.
There we go, they will remove everything they can from the enemy jungle. The blue buff, there we go. Even the small minions, the Grump as well. He was just sitting near the wall, just minding his own business, and bam! Javelin in the face. So he's going to secure every single minion in the jungle, going back into the base, buying what they can, and going for that Baron as the Wit's End has been finished for Fizz.
Yeah, so this is the only downside now from farming the enemy jungle, is because you delay the recall, you cannot move towards this Baron side, where they could have had the vision in the enemy topside jungle. So they give up the vision they could have had for just a little bit of farm. Not sure if that is worth it, but they decide to go for that. Now, Zhonya's Hourglass is now finished for Kirai. So yeah, he doesn't go for the Void stuff to even get more penetration in on these Javelins. So yeah, he's going for more defensive dive-in route.
Sneaky play by Mousesports. They are looking for Costco. He's going to dodge the first, the second, but I believe he's locked out. But the Charm will get Mountain. Mountain is really low. The Foxfire is not there. Marsu will kill Lulu. So, and Costco will kill Lulu, and Marsu will. I'm completely messed up. And meanwhile, let's see Marsu what he can do against Jinx. He's going to focus on towards Robin. The knockup, the brought down. Robin used the tunnel, but to nowhere perfection. They will go for the Baron. They don't want to finish the game. They will just go straight for the Baron and getting that Baron buff.
Husky has so much damage, and he played that out so well, just waiting with the Zhonya's for the last moment when he threw out his ult of Deception, popped the Zhonya's so he could still get the true damage onto Mountain, and Mountain was also very close with his Zhonya's. He was able to survive, but Coscu bought so much time for his team to get back up this top lane and just go for the full cleanup. Now they get the Baron out of this, and this is the last thing that Mousesports wanted to happen.
And now the Baron buff, the split push, we talked about this previously, as the Giant's Belt went for the Frozen Mallets.
So yeah, he actually went for a Frozen Mallet. It's quite interesting. I've not seen that build on Fizz as often. Normally you would go 24s with a damage item. It'd be a Blade of the Rune King, maybe even a Wit's End. But Frozen Mallet is quite new to me. Might have missed something these days where it is like a popular new build, but I can actually see it work because you get so much auto attack speed from the 24s and the Wit's End. You get also tanky stats, and you get even more slows on top of your Charm in the Waters, so I can see that work quite nicely.
It makes a lot of sense. That Frozen Mallet is actually really good on Fizz. At least I can see it now. It's clear now. It's really annoying as well. You can just lock down someone with the Playful Trickster or the strike from the Q. You will chase them down, and there's no way you can survive this one. Meanwhile, the Siege on the mid lane with the Baron buff, while the Siege minion so far ahead, just shooting at that turret. They can't do nothing.
It's always so funny how that Siege minion is just like sitting there, just like shooting these big purple cannonballs towards the turret.
Pop! So annoying.
Yeah.
Marcel will take the top turret, however, and there's no way they can lock him down. That's the fish, that's the Fizz. The pool is there, but the mid turret is in trouble as well. And Zaxxus is trying to defend the top lane versus Kira, but he's not able to do so. Inhibitor will go down. This will be the first inhibitor of the game. Well, the second inhibitor of the game to go down. The fish has popped the ultimate. Zaxxus receiving a javelin and going down. This is trouble for Mousesports. They want to do something. Mountain almost swept away. He needs to run away, and the Moonsoon will give this a stun. Robin is the next target. This is free meant for nothing for LowLandLions. and they will secure the inhibitor and maybe the game as well.
Yeah, so there's 3 inhibitors down right now. 3 people are down as well for Mousesports. Morsu once more. He brings down Perfect solo, but Facility takes that last credible damage, able to burst down Cedrion. They take the 2 Nexus turrets and they're looking to end this game right now.
And the Nexus will go down, and LowLandLions from the beginning of the game always focusing on objectives, and they're able to lock down the game.
Yeah, very clean game from LowLandLions. They went 20 kills to, let me calculate quickly because I cannot see the red number, 1, 4, 6, 11 kills, 22-11. And I just have to say that they played this one very, very nicely. Mousesports is not able to defend these turrets in time. And yeah, just that lane swap for LowLandLions worked out so well. And that is where they won the game pretty much, just because of that nice